Okay, my pleasure to call the meeting to order, May 6th, 2013, 7 p.m. Meeting is being both audio and videotaped, and I would ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call. Mrs. Boucher.
Mrs. Marcy Boucher.
Rich Ficero.
Deirdre Mayu.
Gregory Thompson.
Gordon Smith, Superintendent of Schools.
Bill Fonseca.
Terry Olajars, Assistant Superintendent for Business. Kathy Saletti, Recording Secretary.
Nick Bernadakis, Student Rep.
And Nick, I'm coming your way. You want to join me in the middle?
A bittersweet moment here.
Bittersweet indeed.
Yes.
It's a button suit. Oh, good man.
I need to wear a suit jacket. At least Gordon's got one. So tonight, Nick's last night with us. Nick's been certainly a pleasure and a valuable asset to the school committee. And so on that note, Nick, we'd like to present this token of our appreciation to Nicholas Bernadakis, Student Rep, School Committee 2013.
Wow.
Thank you for all your help this year.
There you go.
Very cool.
Mr. Chair, I do have one complaint.
Uh-oh.
I think we all witnessed Mr. Bernadakis getting the Culinary Arts Award.
Yes,
Did he
yes.
ever bring something from the school committee?
And in fact, as he was walking by us for that award, he said at the
He
next
did say
meeting,
something.
he would bring something. Thanks. Thank you. Good luck to you, Nick, though, in the future. Yeah. there you go.
UConn, right?
Yes.
Good.
Certainly valuable resource having student representatives to the school committee, and Nick, you certainly have fulfilled that duty, and so thank you again.
Thank you for presenting the opportunity to me.
The field of study you're entering into?
Biophysics.
Oh,
Biophysics. That's impressive.
Very cool.
yes.
All right, with that, we will move along to the approval of minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes of April 22nd, 2013. Let me state the regular session minutes.
Motion made
I'll second the
and
motion.
seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, those opposed, no. Motion carries 5-0. Committee and subcommittee communications. Nick, since it's your final meeting, throw it to you.
Sure. Just a few things this meeting. I'd like to note AP testing is the next 2 weeks, and chemistry and psychology were today. From what I heard from the students who took it, everything went according to plan. Things went well. The student-faculty soccer game was on Wednesday, ended up in a 2-2 tie, much to the dissatisfaction of both the students and faculty.
There were some controversial calls.
Say no time.
Yeah.
By the student referee.
Awards night was the following Thursday night, and I thought there was a nice representation from everybody at the high school. Lots of awards given out. And also the ELHS concert is going to be Wednesday night at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. So make sure you go check out the band and everything. Yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bill?
Okay, a couple of items. LPVEC Student of the Month awards were handed out for the month of April. Culinary Arts, Kelly McCarran from East Long Meadow. Information Services and Networking 2, Nathaniel Sanchez. Also, Most Improved Vocational Students for 2013 were recently handed out. In Automotive Technology, Dylan McKeon. In Culinary Arts 2, Caitlin Goldberg. Design and Visual Communications, Louis Calabrese III. Congratulations to all those students. I attended the Student Achievement Awards Thursday night. Great night, always is a great night. Congratulations to everyone who received the awards. It was quite a night, quite a spectacular night, I thought. And Policy Subcommittee meeting will be meeting this coming Thursday to finish up Section J and continue to move on. So we're getting there. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Beth?
Went to drama night, the production, and it was good play. I enjoyed it very much. Serious, on a very serious note. And again, I enjoyed awards night too. That's really about it that I have. A lot of stuff I want to say about Birchland, and I promise next time I will get it sitting on the kitchen table right now, because a lot of the Birchland kids have done some great stuff this year. Keep putting it aside. Okay.
Rich, thank you. Yep.
And I have 4 items. Once again, I enjoyed the awards night. It was very well done, very well organized, a lot of prestigious awards. Collaborative Committee is, the major item there is the June 6th recognition, which I think you've all gotten invitations in your mailboxes. Secretary of Negotiations, we're progressing along very well. We're very hopeful that maybe soon we'll have a tentative agreement. And finally, Mr. Polk invited me to his African American Studies class, and he had 2 guest speakers, one from the Veterans Educational Project and a Tuskegee Airman, Mr. Charlie Cross, and that was quite impressive. And it was really fun being there and watching the students interact with the 2 guest speakers. So, I'm set there, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir.
I do have an item.
Please.
Last week for Birchland and the high school, it was Digital Citizenship Week, and I had the opportunity to go to the Tuesday night parent information night, and we had a pretty good turnout there. A lot of parents, Mrs. Flanagan and her team of guidance counselors were there to discuss the different types of social media, the different apps, and the pros and cons of all of them. And there was great discussion between the parents that were there and the teachers really talk about what is happening or what the kids are doing, how it impacts their lives, what we can do for it. And there was actually a great response that a lot of the parents who may have even had kids in the other schools showed up and said, wow, can we have this some more? We really enjoyed hearing about this information. For some parents, they just have started Facebook. So their kids are way ahead of them, and this was a great jump for them to see what the kids are doing online and how they can participate and kind of guide the kids appropriately. So again, we look forward to hearing more from Mrs. Flanagan and her team in the future.
Great. And just one other thing worth mentioning is in terms of the facility study, we were all present on the 25th of last month for a full day exercise. Did you want to talk about it too?
Yeah, I meant to make a note of that. I thought of it driving in.
Give us your take on it, if you would.
Oh, I thought it was very, very productive. As I wouldn't be making decisions on things like that, 'cause it's just the student rep. But I thought it was very interesting to hear all that kind of thinking as regards to teaching, because as I've experienced, it's just sitting in those desks and stuff.
Right.
And actually, I saw when I was working at Big Y, one of the parents that was there, and she said something very similar. It's nice to know that the people in charge of my kids' learning are actually taking the time to, try to develop and further progress their teaching skills. You know what I mean? As a district, it was really, really nice to hear, is what she said. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and just for everyone's knowledge, just a summarize what happened that day. It was a full day event. We had students, parents, administrators, teachers. The full school committee was there. Other town officials, that's right. And so it was very productive. It was facilitated by educational specialists. It's really to talk about things that are happening in the future of education, but also that are happening here in East Long Meadow, and start to think about where our facilities might lead us, or where we may lead our facilities. And it's certainly a worthwhile exercise. It's a daunting task to sit there for a full day, but I think it was certainly worthwhile. So we're moving forward. We'll look for future input from all those folks, as well as other parents and hopefully more students. We had several students from the high school, which were
Very impressive.
they were very impressive. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know if anybody else wanted to touch on that day, or.
I was impressed just to see the 3 students each take at least one, if not more. I think there may have been more turns where they were presenting for their group when we broke up into group activities. That was
Right.
really impressive, and everyone was well spoken. The input throughout the day was pretty incredible. And just a reminder, if you haven't had a chance to send in that sheet that he gave us for homework, that was stamped and addressed, so it's ready to go.
I just want to make one comment too about that. From some of the teachers that were there, we learned that some teachers are already trying to incorporate newer ways of teaching into their classrooms already.
Right.
And then also the other ways, or little ways we can start changing up
Sure.
the
Right.
teaching
The whole
for different
flipped
students.
classroom
Yeah,
where they,
all of
you
that.
know,
Or
more hands-on
That was
during the
cool.
day, and you're doing the
Project-based learning.
Right.
Project-based
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely a good day.
it was.
Great. Okay, thank you all for that. Moving on, we'll go to the quarterly budget report. Ms. Dolezars.
Yes, you have the April 2013 quarterly report. Just wanted to say that this has been a year of real challenges, as we've talked in other quarterly reports. And in March, just as a caution, we did place a hold on discretionary spending, just to make sure that we were good. And at this time, that hold has been lifted, and all of our contractual obligations, there was an April 30th deadline, which has now come and gone, so those are all encumbered. And the schools are able to do some more discretionary spending, and with a soon deadline, and then we'll wrap up the year. So,
Okay.
looks good.
Looks good. Okay. Questions?
Terry, to use your expression, this is a snapshot.
Yeah.
Intuitively, how would you rate where we are with this budget going to the close of the school? You feel confident, comfortable?
I'm comfortable,
Okay.
yeah.
Any other questions? If not, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the quarterly budget report.
I move to accept the quarterly budget report dated April 1st, 2013.
Perfect, thank you. Motion made and
Second?
seconded. Any more discussion on that issue? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries 5-0. Next up, Section J, second reading.
Okay, in your package, you have the second, or actually the first section of J that we took a look at our last meeting, so it's a second reading. There were a few additions that we had discovered last time. I think I placed those into each of the different policies, but I don't know if questions remain regarding JA through JICFB, which is the anti-bullying or bullying prevention policy. That's the first section of J that we looked at.
Questions?
Mr. Chair, I just have two. JBA.
Okay?
JBA is the students and harassment. If you scan down, it says the district will promptly and reasonably investigate allegations of harassment. The principal, should we also have there or designate? Because I would say that an assistant principal could do the investigation,
Sure.
could they not?
No?
Which paragraph again?
This goes with the district about,
Okay.
and if you scan across,
down.
it just mentions the principal. I think designee should also be there myself.
Principal and/or designee.
Because any assistant principal could handle it.
Right.
And the same would go for JICFA. JICFA, the same thing. JICFA. And it'd be the second
Prohibition
paragraph.
of hazing, yep.
Yeah, second paragraph. Should report something to the principal, and I would say, once again, or designee. Second paragraph, second sentence, second line.
Starting with any student.
Yes.
And only in
On
that
the
one, because the
bottom.
principal comes up a couple of times, do you want it to change throughout the whole one?
Yeah.
I would think so, yes, you're right,
So like
yeah.
even the third to last, any
Exactly.
student, upon the approval of the building principal, and then in that second to last.
I think I would
I don't know
recommend
if
with
that's a different
that,
change.
that type of recommendation, you're talking about the second to last paragraph?
Well, those, and the one above that too, also say principal twice, so I don't know if you want to change
Sure.
it everywhere, or,
The
Just to
third to
continue.
last paragraph where it says the building principal,
yeah.
I think certainly and/or designee would be fine because an assistant principal has the authority to suspend.
Mhm.
When you get to a recommendation of expulsion,
Mhm.
most
Oh, it
likely
has to be
that's going to
principal.
come from the
Yep,
principal.
okay.
That's 37H.
Yeah. No, that's why I asked that, you don't want to change everywhere they mention.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can we clarify which paragraphs then?
Sure.
On JICFA?
It would be the second full paragraph, starting with any student, where it says should report such information to the principal and/or designee could be added there. And then 2 paragraphs down from there, again, starting with any student, where it says upon approval of the building principal and/or designee, be suspended from the trip, or from the school up to 10 days.
Got it, Kathy, okay. Any other questions or comments on section J so far? No? Good?
Let me just go to the thing. JICFB,
Mhm.
bullying prevention. It says the blank public schools. Did you want to just fill that in?
That actually is the start of, you're talking about the final page?
Yeah,
That actually was the start of the MASC policy.
Yeah,
okay,
That was
that's what I
printed
mentioned.
mistakenly.
Sorry.
So our policy that is being recommended ends with page 606.
Okay, anything further? Someone want to take a shot at the,
I motion that we approve section JA through JICFB with the 2 amendments.
I'll second.
motion made and seconded. Kathy, you clear on both JBA and JICFA? Okay, thank you. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you for your work, Beth and Bill on that as well.
Yeah.
And Gordon and Terry as well, sorry.
This section's been quite a challenge. It's-
It is.
Yeah.
Because it involves students, it's the most cumbersome that we
And
have.
it's the best to come, I heard. Best
Oh,
is yet
yes.
to come.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thursday should be lively.
Yeah.
I
We
bet.
look forward to it.
Just 2 reminders of the school committee dates upcoming. The change from May 20th to Tuesday, May 21st, and the change from June 3rd to June 4th at 7:30.
Mr. Chair?
And just to May 20th is town meeting. I just want to put that plug out there, 7 o'clock. High school auditorium, May 20th at 7. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, can we relook at that May 21st? I'm understanding that this town meeting agenda is very aggressive.
There's
It is.
34
It
articles.
probably
Yeah, I have
might
more.
go into Tuesday.
But I don't know if
goodness.
now I was talking, I don't know if it can or if it has to be a week after.
Okay.
We need clarification on that because I talked to,
Because it wouldn't be posted?
because it wouldn't be posted.
Oh,
So it would be the following week.
Can we still not do the 20th, right? You had the issue with the 20th?
correct.
Prior to.
Yeah, I have a prior
Okay.
commitment that I cannot.
But I was looking at the
What
warrant.
time are we looking at on the 21st? Are we looking at a 5 o'clock time or?
7 o'clock.
We're looking at 7. I'm open to any time on Tuesday. Would you wanna break it
So
to
if we did it at
5?
5, then we could potentially have the continuation of town meeting at 7.
Well, I don't know if like I said, I'm not sure if they can continue.
I was always under
they
the
could
impression
post
that
it
they
for
would
the
roll
2
it to the
days
next
too.
But
day.
something changed with the open
Um,
meeting laws. When they changed the open meeting laws, I
Oh.
believe there was something that pertained to town meeting also.
Now, could they post it 2 days in a row?
No, because you don't know. They won't do that in advance.
Right.
There are 34 articles.
If
I
we
know how I-
met at 5, though, we would be ahead of it, certainly,
Right,
Yeah.
On when, the 21st?
on 21st.
right.
How does that
Well,
work
but
for
how's it
folks?
work for you with soccer?
Oh, that's right, that's what it was.
I think that's
Thank
what you
I have
couldn't
soccer
go
practice.
It's okay. What
Everyone
you supposed to be
wanted
doing.
More volunteer time.
For your kids, you have soccer practice, so it's all good.
Right.
Okay.
So I think basically maybe we have to just wait and see what happens.
Well,
Yeah.
so worst case, if it rolled to Tuesday, we could potentially meet that Thursday, the 23rd, because we could post Tuesday morning.
Right.
Can we tentatively look at that as a backup?
Which day?
The 23rd of May. I hate to meet on a
That's
Thursday,
far off,
but
yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. That's
I'm
fine.
fine, I
I'm
can do
good.
that.
maybe,
So May
maybe just put in
23rd?
your calendars
Just in
tentative,
case, okay.
because then we could post that Tuesday morning at least.
Okay.
Does that work?
What time are we thinking on that
What's-
Thursday?
Do you have restrictions at all? Anybody have
I
restrictions
have no
on Thursday?
restrictions.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Gotta-
Okay, so regular time or
Yeah, it's
earlier?
probably 7. Terry, Kathy? But we'll keep it as the 21st.
Right.
If you roll over, we will post Tuesday morning
Ready
for
Okay.
the
When can we find out if that'll
23rd.
happen?
Monday night, we won't have to
Won't.
do
At the end of the night.
Oh.
It would
Which is
be-
why
it would be
Thursday
late,
is our
Yeah.
because it would be late.
Okay.
Okay.
34 articles.
My
Yeah.
God.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
call
alright,
and
so
stick to that one.
Tuesday, May 21st at 7, and then
Thursday.
possible,
Right, if not
Contingency
Tuesday.
of Thursday.
Yep, Thursday.
And I don't know if there's any way we can check to see if
I can certainly
They can
give Nick Rowe
Do
a
it the
call.
next day.
do it the next day, just
You
for,
wanna check with-
just
Okay.
for clarification.
You Want to get it out to the committee, what you do?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Because I think the issue that will come up is quorum,
Oh, right.
that
exactly.
Yeah,
second, that second
second
night.
day.
The second day.
Oh, late in the evening too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might
Oh,
get
yeah.
called.
Well, the
because-
other thing is, for what you're speaking to, people leave
Right.
as it gets longer, because just looking at the warrant,
Yeah,
the end of the warrant, as usual, is all the zoning issues. And if you have less than a quorum, they suspend the meeting.
right.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's just a lot of things going on.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it is.
As
Oh, yeah.
always.
Always is.
Good choice of word.
I look
And
forward to
I
that
also
day.
appreciate the entire committee moving the date for the Elite Golf dinner.
When do
So-
tickets go on sale for that?
I'll take your money right now.
I figured you would. Just
I'll
for the
email
public.
everybody.
Yeah,
Okay,
please.
thanks, Beth.
And that's, Beth,
6 p.m.
again,
dinner?
June 3rd?
June 3rd.
Times for that?
6:30 is the dinner.
6:30 is the dinner?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you all for your work on the times and such. Participation in the East Long Meadow 4th of July Parade, Carl Olin, the committee chairman, has sent out an invitation to this committee, so certainly I would invite everyone or anyone to march. You know, always a fun day, you get to see a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I will certainly plan on being there, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Planning
good.
that
I'll
already?
plan on being there.
So we'll send in one for the entire committee?
Yes, they do give an option for a vehicle. Does anybody feel they might need a vehicle or
No.
want a vehicle?
Not at this point.
No? Not yet?
Unless you
Why?
have one,
Rich?
unless you have a real fancy
Which
one.
is on the edge.
Or we
Show
just-
us.
Cool, yeah. Like,
Yeah?
rent like an old muscle car convertible or something.
Actually, I'll ask my neighbor.
Okay, great.
That'd be cool.
Maybe we'll come up with something then. When do we have to let them know by?
For the vehicle, you mean.
For the vehicle?
Oh, a vehicle? I don't know.
We
Well,
have
it
to-
says,
2 weeks prior to the parade.
People
Oh.
might wonder
You're on the fence,
where
Rich.
it's coming from, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, where'd that money come from?
All right, moving right along. Section J, JICG through JJF, and this is our first reading of this section. Mr. Smith.
Sure. This is, as you said, the first reading, and within the packet, anything that was taken either from the MASC or if there were any additions recommended by the subcommittee, it was included in the packet.
Questions, comments?
This was the first time I can say I didn't see any difficulties at all.
I mean, we're getting better.
We got some powerful policies here, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
all written.
Right.
Right.
My one question was JIE, pregnant students. Is there a need for that policy? Because basically it just provides access to all students regardless of status. And
Right, it's actually a policy that the MASC just recently revised.
Really?
And so they're keeping it in their
Okay,
manual.
I see
We
your
were
point, that's very
taking-
interesting,
Yeah.
yeah. For a fully educational opportunity,
Right.
school systems do really need, I see your point.
yeah.
Yeah, but we did have discussion on that, and MAS, you know, our, Pat Ferrer, our rep said, you know, it's good to keep it in there, just
Yeah.
to cover some, in case it ever happens, just to have
Very
all
detailed.
areas covered.
Hmm.
That's why MASC put it back into their policy.
Yeah. I'm assuming there's school districts in the state that are problematic. right?
Oh, yeah.
But we're not problematic, but I guess they felt.
It was just
they
to
felt
cover.
like it's just,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it was, that's all.
And I just have a couple
Yep.
comments on JJF.
Sure.
Just the title, Student Activity Agency Accounts. The activity seems to be missing the letter. It's just not really good. And then if you go down to the second paragraph,
Thank you.
it starts out, a student activity account is defined as any feud maintained by a school.
Well, we
And I
figured
don't
it was
know
gonna be a
if that
feud.
you wanted it to be that way, or did you mean for it to say
That's a
fine?
good-
Well, it was just to see who's reading.
Yeah, that.
Good pickups, man.
Nice job.
I was like, well, it can't be feud. I had to read it twice. Like, what? So, those were my only two comments. I know it just happened to come from.
You have that, Kathy? Any other questions or comments? We will bring that back at our next meeting for our second reading.
Thank you.
Up next, we have invitation for delegates for the upcoming MASC November joint conference. And the dates I am looking
Yeah.
for.
The dates are November 6th through the November 10th
Okay.
this year.
November
Wednesday.
6th.
No, it's
Same
actually,
time last
it's actually
year.
the same week, it's just the dates that change. It's actually, it's always the second week in November.
Okay.
I know, Bill, historically, or at least in the
Yeah.
past years, you've been the delegate if you're planning on going
Yeah,
and
I'm willing to do
interested
it again,
in
yeah.
doing that again. And I think, Beth, were you
No,
the
it's
alternate
not-
last
yeah.
year?
I'll say I'll be the alternate. I might be doing some conferencing with my kids in Washington, but if I'm not, then I'll definitely be the
Yeah.
delegate.
Was anyone
I-
else planning on going, though? Or you're up in the air about going, you're saying?
Well, I should have looked this up and I didn't. I think it's the first week. Yeah, it's the first weekend in November, so I'll be fine.
That you'll go?
Yes, I'll be the
Okay.
delegate.
Okay.
Good.
So,
Be a good conference I'm presenting.
Are
Are
you?
you?
Yeah.
oh, I may
that's
have to
cool.
go just for that reason
I'll be
alone.
there.
Yeah.
Are you presenting too?
They have a secretary.
What do you present to, Mrs.
Yeah,
Smith?
I'm definitely there.
Russ Johnston from West Springfield, Reed Doyle from Long Meadow, and I will be presenting difficult conversations.
Good topic. Good topic.
That's awesome.
How to have challenging conversations.
Did they assign you a time yet?
No, they have not. We just submitted
So
our
we need to vote on this.
We do.
I move that we nominate Mr. Bill Fonseca as the official voting delegate and Ms. Marcy Boucher as the alternative voting delegate to the MASC convention.
Very nice, thank you.
I'll second
And
that motion.
seconded, motion made and seconded. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries 5-0. Do we have a deadline to sign up for him for the conference? Do we know what that is yet?
Well, there usually is early registration that'll come out in July.
And we haven't gotten that yet.
We haven't
We'll
gotten-
probably
I haven't
get it
gotten
next
anything in.
month. It's
Okay.
usually
Yeah.
May.
And you'll get that out to us?
Yeah, when
Okay.
if I see it before Kathy, I'll get it up to
Get it
the
out.
committee.
Okay.
Because what we do is we typically try and register in July, because you do save a good bit of
Right,
money.
I thought there was a discount.
There is a discount, so I mean, you know, we've done in the past, we'll go to the same dinners, you know, it's just, we're
Yep.
creatures of habit, let's say.
Yeah.
Because there's a networking lunch, there's a lot of good things that go on in the informal
They actually are kind
gatherings.
of interesting. Far more interesting, the state one, than I thought the national one was kind of,
Impersonal?
yeah, it's just like nobody there really to network, because we're so
Right.
different than all the other states.
Yeah.
Not that it should be that way, but
Right,
it
where
is.
It
some
is.
things don't apply, really.
Yeah,
Did
we're
you-
really far.
did you go to the
A
network?
lot of them.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you do the network lunch last year with us?
I think I did. No, I was late, because I
Okay.
came later, yeah. So,
That's always a good one.
yeah.
Okay. But if I get the stuff, Greg, I will get it out to everybody.
Thank you, sir. And our final and next piece of business is a request from Chief Mellis. The National Night Out will be Tuesday, August 6, 2013. Chief Mellis is requesting the use of the high school facilities as the town has done in the past, and that's subject to this committee's approval. Motion?
I'll move to approve the use of the high school parking lot for a National Night Out, August 6, 2013, from 5 to 10:30 p.m.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries 5-0. Good. Nick, c'est la vie.
Congratulations.
Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Thank you
Good
for all your help.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
good luck.
It's been an honor. Thank you.
No, it's been our
been fun.
privilege
Yeah,
as
it
well.
really has. You've been a wonderful rep.
Yeah,
And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Motion made
Second.
and seconded. All those in favor, well, any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. No? 5-0? Thank you.
Good job.